YouTube! HeirofCarthage back in the Pergamene adventure here, where Patchy's Pergamon patch something. Patchy's Pergamene Peace Corps, the PPPC, I guess. I don't know. Alright, I'm back at it, and apparently making bad jokes to get things started, which means that we're in the right direction here. Let's see, so Colchies, otherwise known as Cold Cheese, which is also one of the factions that got brought in here. Let's see.
We are civilized folk, so you may speak as you wish.
I spoke as I wish, and you rejected me, so I don't much appreciate that. Samaria's up here as well. See if any of these people do a trade agreement with me.
Speak.
Well, fine. Nuts to you. Yeah, later on you'll want my goods, and then what? That's the question. I'll say yes anyway, but you know. Alright, so Trapezos was who I wanted to look for, and see if they would be willing to have some kindness towards me. See, that's what I'm talking about. No, they are at war with Colchis, so Colchis may not like me being friendly to them, but we'll see. I won't make any agreements with them or anything, just try and keep myself neutral, but basically just want to make sure Trapezos has no interest in attacking me, and if I'm a trade partner, that should keep it that way. And so my idea is, bada bing bada boom, we'll hit Amasia, and then just slide on down here and take out this city, while this army goes boom, 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 just like that. And hopefully we'll be able to control most of Asia Minor at that point. We will need to also get more forces ready to follow in behind. Assuming we can capture this stuff, my income should be good. And at that point, if we want, we might be able to turtle up a little and, you know, actually still make some money. But that was the main reason why I didn't want to turtle up a bunch at first, is because you really don't have the resources to do it successfully early in the campaign. I don't know what I'll do exactly just yet, but we'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, let's just make sure I understand what I'm researching. Yeah, 2 more turns and we can build a hoplite barracks, which should give us access to better troops. Let's see exactly what it would give us access to. Tarantine Cav, Galatian Spears, and Thurio Spears. Not going to be a game changer, but be good units. So I guess we have to get an even better building before we can get a hold of Agema Spears and the Pergamene Cav, which kind of stinks that you can't get those from the level 3, because getting to the level 4 takes quite a bit of time.
Each other until our enemies can gorge themselves on warriors' flesh, or will it be peace?
You know, that's an interesting question. If I make peace with them, I can ignore them temporarily while I finish off Cappadocia and Sardes, or I could just hit them and move on. It's hard to say. Either one could be a little risky. Let's make a peace treaty. I'll just trespass through their lands on my way to get Sardes. And eventually I'm sure that this peace will fall through and then we can get them anyway. So this might temporarily buy me a good position. I don't know if that was a good decision or not. We'll find out. I really would like to keep Sardes busy though, so I am going to try and keep poisoning. Some of you have said, hey, don't keep poisoning. They understand what you're doing. I know. Nothing else really that I can do with my spy that would be any more useful than keeping those guys tied down. So I think that I'll be fine to do that. So it looks like we will need to push against Cappadocia.
What do you wish of me?
This army though is still needing to retrain quite a bit. And the public order in this province is none too spectacular at the moment. But if we secure promotion, it might help. We have a little bit of money to do this with. So let's secure that promotion. Took quite a bit of my money. We could actually secure another, and this is actually gaining me influence, which will hopefully make my... Let's go ahead and secure one more promotion. That may help my public order penalties over time. I do have a little bit of money left over. Let's go ahead and put down a harbor here. Give me a little extra trade income. Income is kind of short at the moment because we're having to have so many troops in relatively few provinces. Okay. I wonder if Cyprus...
Welcome. I throw open the doors to you.
I can't really make any deals with Cyprus because they're a satrapy. So it won't do me a lot of good. Looks like Trapezos can defend itself. And again, this army needs to kind of just take it easy until it can fully retrain. Let's go ahead and end this turn. I really don't need to recruit any more troops at the moment if I can help it, because it's going to run me out of money, which is already somewhat low at this point. I'm hoping that Samaria, Colchius, some of the others might decide to trade with me. Ah, there is Cappadocia. They do have an army.
Your wisdom is renowned.
Not just yet, Rhodes, but trust me, I'll get there eventually. Rhodes wants me to rejoin the war versus Galatia, which is understandable. Okay, so let's see what we're up against here. Like a lot of Eastern Spearmen, which doesn't particularly bode well for these Cappadocian troops. They are fortified, which would help them somewhat, but I don't know that it helps them a particularly large amount at the same time. Got this Temple to Poseidon finished. That extra food's helping me for now. It's too bad I can't get the extra public order, but the food is helpful too because it allows me to do some other buildings. We did finish our research. Let's go back and see what the next smartest thing to research would be. Public order. Wow, that would take forever to research. This one gives me more public order per turn and minus corruption. It does take 10 turns. Let's see what we have here. Stadia. Improved towns. That could also be helpful. This one is where I would get my better farms, which could also be helpful in the future. Let's go ahead and do some research this way, and then we'll get some more done. Okay, this army is pretty much ready to go. The real question is whether or not it can square off against all of these Sardian troops. In the poisoned state that they're in, I believe they could. And I believe we are going to go ahead and I'll move up to the border so that hopefully I can just have a single turn of just quickly trespass through Galatian territory and on into Sardian territory. And then I really do want to attack these Cappadocians, but they are fortified. We might see if we can get them to unfortify. And as far as more units here, these militia hoplites are not particularly good units. But we can go ahead and disband one of them. Well, no, because I don't have enough money to replace them. I'm going to put one more swordsman in this army with what little money I have left. Let's go ahead and end another turn. Get ready for the fight with the Cappadocians. Once we knock out that main Cappadocian army, I'm guessing that they won't have too much more resistance. And getting rid of the Sardes will be helpful as well. Okay, they're going to attack me. This ought to be very favorable for me, as their forces are pretty craptacular. And I actually want to fight this, just because. So let's fight this. Yeah, Eastern Spearmen, really not the unit that the AI should have been making a lot of. They probably should have focused on getting some better troops, because those Eastern Spearmen don't have a prayer against even my militia hoplites. In fact, the militia hoplite is far more than a match than the Eastern Spearmen. In fact, I think Eastern Spearmen, if I saw right, were voted as the worst unit in Rome 2 in a video that... Oh man, I'm trying to remember his name. I think his Total Warzone did. It's a pretty funny video, by the way. You should go check that out. I can't remember if they were voted worst or not. Honestly, it's escaping me now for some reason. It could have also been Egyptian infantry. I can't remember which one actually got the vote for worst. Let's see. There is a Cappadocian cav. I'm going to bring my slingers out this way. Okay. And I've got some cavalry here that's just garrison units. Let's go into slow motion for just a second so I can move my troops. Come out here and face. Slingers to face. General. Pikemen. And then I've got these militia hoplite units that will zone their cavalry out with. Alright, and we can go into play. Just want to make sure I get my movement orders done right before I start commenting and then totally forget. And again, I don't know what kind of damage Eastern Spearmen could do even if my men turn their back to them, drop their pants, and bent over. I still don't think the Eastern Spearmen could win that fight. Yeah, do you hear me dogging on you, Eastern Spearmen?
We hunger for blood and
Clearly, I don't think much of you. Alright. Of course, if this were legendary, those Eastern Spearmen would beast through all of my men as if they were immortals. And I'm not talking about like Persian immortals. I'm talking like literally like they're immortal. Okay, let's see. Just go into pike phalanx here, and just basically set up a line. Come around here. Let's bring a couple units of cav here. Okay, their mercenary horse skirmishers charged into my guys, which was definitely not smart either. Alright, slingers off skirmish. Start doing your killing. And let's get over here into that mercenary Cappadocian cavalry, which is going for my swordsmen apparently. My Pergamene noble cav will be able to deal with them. Go ahead and pull back slingers.
Our general is under attack.
And let's try and go through my own pike line over here. Basically just using my pike line for zoning these guys out. More Eastern Spearmen gonna join the fight here. Let's just pull back. Leave my swords to fight this. Target here, please. And my own Galatian spears are just garrison units, so not a big deal. And we can go. I'm going to take my militia hoplite out of formation attack and then just spam attack that mercenary Cappadocian cav general. They're trying to charge their Eastern Spearmen out of this fight and on into my general. And their Eastern Spearmen are giving way.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful
Okay. Let's just finish off their infantry here. I'm just going to pull my slingers back for a moment. And let's move on into these slingers. I'm going to do a rear charge with my general real quick on these Eastern Spearmen. I'm not doing the best job of managing this fight, but we'll go ahead and watch anyway. These Eastern Spearmen being out here are going to screw up my charge. I should still get a couple of kills on it, though.
Horsemen! Citizen cavalry!
Okay. Got another citizen cav here.
General!
Let's get my general back out of that fight. My cavalry is being pursued by all these Eastern Spearmen.
At speed! General!
And let's do another charge with my general.
Citizen cavalry! Horsemen!
Alright, looks like I'm going to actually lose one of my citizen cav, unfortunately, but it'll be alright. Let's take these guys out of formation attack. Start pulling them up into this fight. And let's go attack these Eastern Spearmen. More Eastern Spearmen I want to attack. And we are killing the slingers, except for these over here have come back from routing. And my general helped rout these units. Let's do the same thing over here. Bring my pikemen in.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
The slingers are lasting an awfully long time, just being Eastern slingers. Maybe I just didn't get a good charge or something. These Eastern Spearmen are going to get crushed by my general in that charge.
An entire unit has perished.
And then these spearmen over here are going to charge my men.
Advance at speed, slingers!
And here we go. Attack them. Let's get my general out of that fight for a moment. I'm going to take more damage here than I would have liked to, but we'll be alright. Just move around these spearmen. Enemy general's gone. Bring my own general through here. Get around those spearmen. Are you serious? Alright. I think we've got things. Those slingers just got an awful lot of kills in my... Well, that, you know, it kind of makes sense with Pergamene cav because they don't have good armor. That's the main difference between Pergamene noble cav and companion cav, is that the companion cavalry has very good armor, and the Pergamene noble cav has much lower armor at a slightly less cost. That's their main drawback. is that they don't have particularly good armor, but they are a little cheaper. And I think they have better weapon damage or something. That charge wasn't nearly as devastating as it should have been versus those slingers. Something weird mechanic there, the way they were running away basically saved them from getting massively and instantly crushed. Yeah, apparently I lost one of my sword units. Hopefully I didn't lose it entirely. But at this point, the enemy units are pretty much done for. Yep. I'm going to run down some of these fleeing units real quick. Those light horse units came in handy.
Hidden units have been discovered.
Yeah, we'll just run down these eastern slingers so that hopefully they don't escape. I'm going to have to retrain my men, which kind of stinks because I'd like to have pushed forward, but I'm not going to be able to. I have so few light horse in this unit that these eastern slingers are probably going to get away. Let's bring this citizen cav on over to help mop those guys up. And then my general is once again going to get a lot of kills. It's Pergamene noble cav again. The armor's low, but otherwise this is a pretty good cav unit. And they are cheaper than companion cav. Not a lot cheaper. Probably not like what a lot of us would like to see, considering the very marginal cost difference between them and companions. But I think that they needed a drawback of some sort, and you know, every unit's got a drawback. But again, I do think these guys have better weapon damage than companion cav. I'll have to look it up. I haven't showed you anything from the custom games things yet because, I mean, Creative Assembly is politely allowing me to show this to you early. Now, I know this will actually be on release day. I'm going to wait until release day just in case, you know, that they were going to patch anything, because again, specifically, they wanted me to show campaign, and I don't want to go in and start telling you about the stats of a unit and then come back and be like, hey, thanks a lot, Air. You know, we were going to change those stats, but now everybody's like giving us angry messages or something like that. So anyway, basically just giving them the opportunity to fully release their product before I go explaining it. That way, if something wasn't completely finished, then they would have the opportunity to do so. Yeah, because I'm sure that sometimes when they give you early releases, it may not be precisely what releases to the public. Anyway, there we go. Took care of those guys, so let's quit that battle. I probably should have auto-resolved it. Would have had fewer men dead, but whatever. It was fun getting to fight it. And it gave my general some chevrons as well for having gotten so many kills, though their mercenary Cappadocian cav did pretty well. And their eastern slingers were more resilient than I expected them to be. But my militia hoplites were great in that battle too, holding back their general for very few losses. My Galatian swords, of course, did good for the most part. Some of them got hit by slingers, which I think is why they got killed. But I didn't lose any units, which is big. And these light horse in the garrison are going to be super nice. So there we go. Push back those Cappadocians with heavy losses. They are going to have to go try and retrain. I can probably destroy them utterly on this next turn because they did not retreat very far. And let's see. Oh, well, Galatia is standing right here on my border as well. Well, you know what, Rhodes? I may be joining you in that war against Galatia sooner than you thought. And which kind of sucks because now I wish I hadn't made peace with them because it'll probably penalize me for declaring war on them.
Do not attempt to sweeten truth with honey. Speak plainly, and I will deal honestly. Flatter, and you
7
fail.
turns remaining. Bunch of garbage. I guess I could just go ahead and try and march through their land.
Make haste, men.
There we go. I quickly got out of their lands, and I'm going to attack Sardes. No doubt Galatia may turn around and declare war on me, but it'll be on their head at that point, not my own. So let's see. And this army can have one more unit as well. I might grab one more unit as citizen. Well, let's wait until after this fight.
For the gods!
And let's see. So we're going to destroy this Cappadocian army in its entirety. So that is one less Cappadocian army. The public order, though, in this province could definitely be better.
How can I serve? The people need the wisdom.
And we probably ought to force march back to the city. Just make sure that the public order here stabilizes, which it should be stabilizing over time. Provides a garrison of 2 citizen cav. That's fantastic. And 2 Thurio spears. Okay. Let's see. This army is going to get to take on Sardes on the next turn, which is cool. That agent's now going to be doing better military training. So hopefully we can start imparting some chevrons to these men here. That'd be super helpful. My agents are not going to last nearly as long in this campaign as they have in others, though, because I'm not using the 4 turn per year mod, which that does make a pretty critical difference. I'm going to build a shrine to Poseidon in this province as well, just for that little bit of public order and then the extra food. Okay. Pergamenes. Alright. Think we're good here. Hopefully Galatia doesn't betray me and just go straight for Pergamenes. I don't think it would have the best defenses. No. It would not. But, of course, I would make sure that they got there soon enough. But, of course, I did trespass them, so one might understand how they could be justified in their anger towards me at the moment.
My lord offers you.
No. I made that mistake with Galatia. I'm not making it twice.
I humbly ask.
I don't see any reason to make a defensive alliance with you, and I don't want you to like go to war with Sparta or something and then try and drag me into it, so. Hidden agent exposed. Alright, let's try one more good poisoning here.
Sabotage.
Perfect. Some of you are like, Eric, quit poisoning them. You're already beating them bad. Yeah, I know, but I mean, I want to use my resources here, because I'm going to have to turn around and fight the Galatians. So we can now go ahead and attack Iconium, which there's going to be a pretty decent resistance here. And you can see they actually have some pikemen. And let's go ahead and fight this battle as well, and that'll be the end of this episode. But it will have seen us capturing Iconium from Sardes, and hopefully extincting Sardes at this point. I don't know if they have any other territory, any other armies that are marching around elsewhere. Oh, here comes little air for bath time. Alright, let's get the deployment started here. We're going to need to use our slingers to good effect against their pikemen. Let's bring our swords from one side, and I'm going to leave a couple of cavalrymen to support them. And then let's bring our hoplites from the other flank, or the other side of the city, not necessarily flank. And then let's make sure both sides have slinger support, or maybe it would be best to put all my slingers together. Yeah, let's put all my slingers together, and I can just avoid pikemen on the other flank.
Citizen cavalry!
Okay, let's get the battle started. Push up and kind of just get a view of what's going on in the city. It's kind of a cool city map. I like this one. It's an interesting map.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Ooh, let's keep an eye on where those are coming from. So from behind me. What is this? Ooh, that's a companion cavalry. If we can absorb the charge of the companion cav with one of our citizen cav, we should be able to destroy it, so let's keep an eye on it. I almost forgot about my general too, and if he would have gotten rear charged by companion cav, he would most certainly have died. There's their levy pikemen. That companion cav is very far away from any supporting units. Let's sacrifice one citizen cav. I'll put it in diamond formation. And actually, we'll see if we can get lucky. I want to try a different tactic here on the AI. I want to act like I'm charging them with the citizen cav, pull off at the last second, and see if I can replace it with another cav unit and ruin the companion cav charge. Like this. Oh, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away.
Our general is under attack.
Not going to work out perfectly for me there. That was a little too slow, but the basic idea will work out here. Now that companion cavalry had no charge against my citizen cav, and then I can countercharge it back with my general, and we should be able to destroy it. Because in a grind out fight, that companion cav really doesn't want to be fighting citizen cav. It could probably still win, but against two of them, maybe not. And not that the AI thinks in terms of cost effectiveness, but... So here we go. Now I'm going to rear charge the enemy companion cav. And that ought to put the finishing touches on this companion cav, so to speak. Yes, they are dropping extraordinarily fast now. And let's get our slingers up here. Get our swordsmen up. Let's bring our hoplites up. And let's bring our citizen cav over to this point, actually. Okay, the enemy general is dying. And apparently that was the only reinforcing troop, because I haven't seen anything else. Let's make sure that he dies. So my plan did not work perfectly there, but it worked fairly well. That companion cav still managed to get quite a few kills, all things considered. My little plan obviously was to make them ruin their charge. It didn't ruin. He still managed to catch my general on the flank, but which means he got no charge against my citizen cav, which didn't really work out particularly well for them either. Try and bring this citizen cav around where we can do some flanking. Let's bring these guys up here, support here. Alright, I'm going to start trying to fire at some levy pikemen. I'll just leave my Galatian swords and fire at will in case the pikemen try and move up towards me. And my hoplites are moving up into position as well. So we should be able to surround the enemy entirely soon. Don't have the best angle on these levy pikemen, but they will die. In fact, I kind of think we can just break the levy pikemen with the javelins from our swords. I'm going to halt my slinger fire for just a moment. Bring these citizen cav in here. Okay, I'm going to let my swords go into fire at will with their javelins. I'm getting hit by slinger fire. It's not a huge concern at the moment. Am I not in javelin range here? No, I'm not in javelin range apparently, so these militia hoplites are going to end up absorbing it. My guys just never did fire their javelins. I'm going to go ahead and engage this militia hoplite, and then I'll just pull back away from the levy pikemen. Whoa, what do we got here? Don't want that. What do we got here? More pikemen, more levy pikemen. So there's a lot of levy pikemen. We're going to have to use our slingers. These militia hoplites are now going to die. I do have slingers firing on me here. Let's just pull our swordsmen back so our slingers can get an open shot. I have no entry points at this time. Ooh, there's another companion cavalry back here. So let's get our citizen cav up on top of this hill. And if the companion cav charges me, we should be good. And let's just bring these hoplites back here. And I'll just get these over here behind this building where those slingers can't get a good shot at me. Oh, wait, never mind. There's even more slingers. Just pull back. My hoplites will take a few casualties because I have my back turned, but it'll be alright. This pikeman, though, has gone down substantially. Let's kill this javelinman, which is unloading all over my swordsman. It's not what I need at the moment. The Galatian swordsmen are taking quite a few more casualties to these enemy skirmishers than I would have liked. Quite a few casualties, actually. Oh well, my slingers are going to get a nice piece of them here. Those javelin men are being severely beaten down, and then their own slingers, there's even more javelin men. 2 units of them. Their own slingers are further back. They've got 2 more units of them. And they're continuing to fire at my Galatian swordsmen. Their slingers I'm not near as concerned about unless they get more time to fire, which I don't intend to give them. I'll go ahead and pull back a little here. I wonder if my general can potentially get in here and be useful. I'm trying to let my slingers come up front so they can get unobstructed shots. And what do we get charged by? Militia hoplites down here. Let's just take all our guys out of formation attack and engage these militia hoplites, and then I'll just put my guys into hoplite phalanx. They are getting fired at by the slingers up here, but I don't think it'll do a particularly large amount of damage, if any. Okay, so my own slingers are destroying theirs. I am running low on ammo, though, which isn't good, because we still have pikemen to deal with, so to be honest, slingers conserve your ammo. General, it's time to get in here and make these pikes turn their back. And then we'll have my citizen cav ready for the same reason. We do outnumber them here, so let's take advantage of that. They're going to have to turn their back one way or the other. And I intend to make them pay for whatever decision they make. Oh, now my general, though, is going to be under sling fire. But their pikemen have now left all these soft targets back here open. So I'm going to try and take advantage of that. And their pikemen have not turned to face that threat, so now I'm going to start shooting them with my slingers, and all of these skirmishers here are going to die. And then this militia hoplite is holding out far better than it should be. Already has 19 kills against my hoplites. Okay, the enemy pikemen have turned towards my cavalry, that's fine. And the mercenary hillmen are probably going to come down as well. Unfortunately, my citizen cav not having a whole lot of success on those slingers, at least not quickly, because they don't have a very good charge. But this pikeman here, which is actually their general for the town watch, or the garrison, is actually taking quite a bit of damage. If I can lure that mercenary hillman farther away from the fight, I could probably kill it with these citizen cav. But I don't know that it's going to chase. Okay, so that enemy pike unit just took severe losses. And they're going to send up another levy pike unit in its place. This militia hoplite just will not die. And my hoplites just continue to get killed by the slinger fire back here. Those slingers, only 18 kills though, so not too terribly bad. They have got pikes absolutely everywhere, and that companion cav is a huge worry. This defense of theirs is a little stronger than I had thought it would be. I really need to bust a hole in these pikes if I'm gonna be able to have any effect here, and I've just about got that hole. Though my slingers are running low on ammo, and I'm gonna have to rely on the javelins for my swords. So I'm actually gonna take their javelins off fire at will. Okay, we got plenty of shots on that levy pikeman. They're now bringing up the standard pikeman. Let's use the rest of our ammo on it, and just do what last little bit of damage we can do here. And then we'll bring in our cavalry from behind and the swords from the front. It looks like this militia hoplite will finally die. Okay, our slingers should be unloading their last volley here, which has severely depleted the pikemen. Which means we can bring up our swords.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, those pikemen are down to 36 men, and then they have 48 levy pikes. Though that is still a danger, and the computer is quite good at reforming their pikes.
Melee cavalry ready! Citizen cavalry! Ready for orders! Engage!
Okay, those mercenary hillmen are getting chewed up pretty bad. I should be able to just walk around the enemy pikes here. Turn this unit here and here on fire at will, see if we can destroy that last pikeman. My citizen cav are having great success here. My guys are not throwing their javelins for whatever reason. There they go. Okay, off fire at will. Charge, charge. Into the back of the pikes. Okay, we're about to gain a local advantage here. All of these units should chain route. And we can now get ready to move in here. Still got another unit of pikemen and another one here. We might be able to distract some of them though. Oh, that militia hoplite there is a huge threat. Let's bring our general in back over here as well. Okay. Swordsman. See if we can take out this slinger unit. It's going to flee behind the pikes.
Advance!
Okay. Let's push all my hoplites up here. I might be able to get around the flank of this pikeman, even though it's got a pretty good position. May not be able to, though. Fire at will with my swordsman.
Citizen cavalry!
Oh, if that companion cav charges, I'm in trouble. But I'm getting great kills with my javelins. Okay, I thought the companion cav was going to charge, so I was turning fire at will off. Because you can't brace while under fire at will. Those pikemen taking severe losses to my precursor javelins from the swords.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Citizen cavalry!
Okay, my hoplites. I'm gonna see if I can kind of just like march this column past the pike unit over here.
Yes, Commander! One of our units has used all its ammunition.
At the double! Advance at speed! At speed!
Okay, can't say it's working great, but it's working. Let's bring these two sword units in and see if we can finish our attacks here. We can probably get around right here now. Yeah, I'm kind of forcing my way past some of the pikemen here. And I'm going to try and tie down the enemy general. And essentially just get around these pikes.
Spears ready. Act for glory! By your command! At your service!
Okay, I think we've pretty well gotten around their pikes.
General!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, so the enemy pikeman is surrounded and should be taking losses relatively quick. My own citizen cav need to get out of here.
Quickly now!
Because that's a levy pikeman there. My swords, though, are going to be able to bust this damaged unit of pikemen. And now we should be able to get through.
Citizen cavalry!
And let's see if we can get my general into the back of their general. Countercharged. Everything is looking quite nice here. So, looks like we're going to wrap up Sardes. And their levy pike unit here now wavering. So, they had a pretty tight defense, actually. And AI actually, I wouldn't say they played great because it's the AI, but they played fairly well, actually, trying to keep their pikemen in good positions. I don't know if it was purposeful or not, but they did, and it made me actually have to try and use my ammo well and my javelins and other stuff like that. It's kind of fun, actually. Enjoyed that battle. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed it. That's going to be all the time that I have for now. So it's going to be the Pergamon campaign. Hope you all are enjoying this one. I know I am. So that is one enemy down, an enemy that we really needed to take out, and initially posed a pretty real threat to us. A couple of their armies are going to get away, though, unfortunately, but we should be able to hunt them down. So Iconium is ours. HeirofCarthage signing off for now.